Hello, welcome to episode 353 of the Casual Try Hard podcast. I'm Brian,
And I'm James.
and today we're going to start our single card analysis review, talk about the Lorwyn Eclipse set.
Our slow trudge, like we do every set. Um, I still look forward to doing these. I enjoy these episodes. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. Start with white and proceed until we run out of time. And it'll probably take a few weeks, but we will get through it.
Yeah, and this is a set that I am excited about because of my pet deck. So I am locked in on this one.
Unfortunately, I don't think there's too many cards we're going to talk about for your pet deck.
No, I figured I didn't list them because I figured you had the. Oh, okay. You have the cycle there, so we're good.
Okay.
But if you have any suggestions for cards you want us to talk about over the next couple weeks, even if we've done the color, we will go back. So reach out: Facebook, Discord, Twitter, X, Blue Sky, email, all those things. James said he didn't get as many as he normally does. So
Hmm.
if you were like, I'm not gonna bother them. Please bother. Let us
Absolutely.
know. Let it give us something to talk about.
Yep. I don't mind going back and adding some more cards. Um, yeah, I think we talked about it a little bit in the pre-show, but I didn't get as many cards from Brian this time around. I didn't get as many cards from listeners this time around, and it's kind of a shame because I think the set's pretty sweet. There's a lot of
Yeah.
interesting stuff going on. So if there's anything that we missed, I know like there's some obvious cards that I didn't include, mainly because nobody else seemed to care about them. But if any of that, like the big splashy stuff you guys want to hear about, let us know. If you're looking to support the show before we get into the cards, you can do so via our Patreon, patreon.com/casualtryhardmtg. Patrons get access to my show notes, so they get a sneak peek about what the episode's going to be about for the week. And they also get access to roughly another hour of content out of us every week in the form of our unshow. We're old, we're technologically challenged. Sometimes our equipment doesn't work, sometimes our software doesn't work, sometimes we don't work. And we always just need to catch up, so we spend about an hour before every show talking about whatever, catching up, making sure our recordings are okay, our equipment is doing what it's supposed to be doing, and we record that and ship it off to our patrons. They seem to really enjoy it. So if you're interested in that or you just want to support the show, patreon.com/casualtryhardmtg. Hook us up.
Yeah. All right. So before we get into the cards, um, I wanted to talk about the Ninja Turtle drama.
Okay. I don't know anything about this drama, so let's hear it.
It's good. So we are getting ready to talk about the Lorwyn Eclipse cards,
Mm-hmm.
and currently, you can go online. I tweeted it out to our followers on Twitter. Um, about I think by Saffron Olive's count, 55 of a possible uh, 64 if it's like a Spider-Man size set
Mm-hmm.
of the rares and mythics for Ninja Turtles have already been leaked.
Oh, awesome. No, I
How,
didn't hear
how,
any of How did I not hear any of that? I was like actually
how
on
did
social media this weekend.
how did this happen? How did they get leaked? They put them in the pre-release pack as the promo.
For Lorwyn?
Yes,
Really?
to the point where Wizards tweeted, "Hey, we know this is a problem. If one of your patrons at your store opens a Ninja Turtles card, please just give them a Lorwyn card out of another pre-release kit. And if you can't do that, they can play the Ninja Turtle card in their Lorwyn pre-release."
What?
It was so bad Wizards had to acknowledge it.
Ay,
I
ay, ay.
tweeted it. I tweeted it out on our. I retweeted it, and if someone had put together all of them, there were like 50 some odd cards.
Holy moly.
That and like I keep thinking it's done, and then I find a few more. It was like almost every rare and mythic from
Wow.
Ninja Turtles has been spoiled.
Yeah,
Like to
the
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 point
only
where,
thing that I heard about pre-release was that like they got rid of the foil stamp or something.
yeah, that was something else that like I opened my my pre-release card was this uh here's my, you can't even see the Goblin Daydreamer,
Hmm.
and there's no stamp on it. And I was like,
So it's not a
and I was
promo; it's
like,
just a
huh,
foil.
it's just a foil,
Yeah.
and everyone's just a foil. And someone asked why, and I was like, I'm sure that this was done because now you don't have to do a separate run
Yeah.
of the stamped ones, and it saves, a fraction of a penny on every pre-release kit, and that is enough to like justify it.
You want my hot take?
Hot take.
It's probably better this way
Probably.
for
Like I
like
wasn't a
90% of people. Like most people don't
Mhm.
care that a card has a stamp on it. Like maybe it's nice to, oh yeah, I remember my Zendikar Rising pre-release, and this is the promo that I got, and oh yeah, this is the promo that I have. It's stamped. Um,
Yeah.
but for the most part, I don't think people really care when you're dealing with like secondary market stuff, and
No.
it makes life way harder for anybody that's like buying and selling cards.
hmm No, I don't have a problem with it. Like I think it's probably better.
Yeah.
I also think like much like the promo packs that have the little planeswalker symbol,
Hmm.
we could just not have the promo pack planeswalker symbol
Right.
and just have a regular card.
Yep.
Right? Fine with that.
Yep.
Like no big deal. Um but like, if you're used to getting it, it's like, well, why did this go away? And it's like it went away more than likely.
Yeah.
It wasn't because Wizards was like, oh man, it really makes it harder for the shopkeep to sort like 17 different versions of this card. Let's only make 16 different versions.
Yeah.
Right? I'm
Well,
sure it's
like, do
more
you
just
know like the history behind it?
no.
So, pre-release the way you know pre-release wasn't the way pre-release started.
There used to be huge events.
There used to be a pre-release, like a singular pre-release. And if you
Hmm
wanted to go to pre-release, you had to travel to that city to go to that pre-release. There was only one.
Okay.
Then I believe it expanded to like regions, and they would
hmm
hold a couple of them, but still, like if you didn't live in the city, like you were traveling to your regional pre-release. And because they were such big events, they included a promo card, just one. Everybody got the same
hmm
promo card. And then over the years, like as pre-release kind of got watered down into the event that it is now, like even when you and I were playing
Like
pre-release all the time,
N15 had like one or two different cards,
yeah,
right? Or
yeah,
just
there
one.
was
It
a
was like some
pool of
terrible like
promos that you
white
could get.
angel.
Yeah, there was a pool of promos that you could get. Um, and yeah, and then it kind of expanded to, oh yeah, well now you can get any rare that's in the colors of your like your seeded pack or whatever. And then it was
hmm
just, oh yeah, now you can just get any rare.
Yeah, like I'm fine with it. It's just a difference. But
Yeah.
they somehow, and this has like happened kind of before,
Yeah.
where like you might hear of like a card or like two or three cards from a different set being in the pre-release kit.
Yeah.
This was like from all over the country, all over the world, just tweets from everywhere of like, yo, here's like my pre-release card that is like wrong.
Yeah.
So Ninja Turtles is gonna be it's gonna have a red artifacts theme because there's definitely some support for that. Like you can work out what the like archetypes are
Yeah.
based on the fact that you've seen all of the cards now. Like
Oh
the
man.
the the pre-release is just gonna be like the spoiler season is gonna be like, hey, here are the like 12 commons you don't know about here.
I mean that's coming up though, right?
I'm sure that
Yeah.
it is in March or something.
All right, I was just trying to look up the leaks there. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
there's just a whole bunch of All right.
A whole bunch.
Oh, and they're all foil because they were all promos.
They were all promos.
Yep. Hmm.
All promos. Like it's just so bad.
Yeah.
March 6th is when it comes out.
Okay. Well,
So we need to focus on our Lorwyn cards and not be distracted by the shiny turtles.
yeah. Sorry.
So that's fine.
Back to
So
Lorwyn.
what is our first Lorwyn card?
Starting in white, the first Lorwyn card is Adept Water Shaper. 2 and a white for a 3/4 Merfolk Cleric at rare, and other tapped creatures you control have indestructible. I don't think this is like a super powerful card or anything. This is one that I added to the list.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought it was cute with Kumina.
Okay.
Do you remember Kumina, the blue-green one?
One blue green.
Yeah.
Tap tap 3 Merfolk, draw a card, tap 5, put counters on. Something
well,
or
you
or
can
maybe
tap
it's
one
backwards.
Merfolk to make it unblockable, and
Yeah.
then 3, yeah, and then there's like 3 to put counters and 5 to draw a card or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
But this is a way to protect your fish because you can just tap them
Mhm.
with Kumina to make them indestructible.
Yeah, like so I had this in my pre-release. Limited is great,
Mhm.
right? There's enough convoke things and just like getting into combat, you just get to like say attack.
Mhm.
And your opponent like is like, well, am I gonna block or do they have a trick? Or are they just attacking because they can attack with impunity?
Right.
Um I think for constructed, this has been the indestructible has been an issue
Mhm.
on a lot of cards because so much removal now exiles
Right.
that like indestructible isn't. If this was, I don't know, 10 years ago, right? There wasn't that much exile removal.
Mhm.
Now it just seems like there's a ton of it, and it also is. It's kind of like Mother of Runes, where like you just have to kill it first,
Right.
and then you get to kill the other thing. And being a 3 mana 3/4 on turn 3 or turn 4, it's probably the thing you want to kill just because it's the biggest thing.
Yeah, it has a target on its back anyway.
Yeah, I said in the pre-show there's the Merfolk that's a 3/2 that when you attack you tap another Merfolk and you can turn a creature with mana value 3 or less
Mhm.
from the graveyard to the battlefield. I have to put this in.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So I attacked, put it in. All my creatures are now indestructible.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, neat. Good talk, everyone. Like, go to the next game. Cool. But it is pretty good. It is weird though that like we have from Ixalan, like thinking about like Pioneer,
Mhm.
right? Because pour one out, Merfolk will not be good in Modern, no matter how hard we try.
Yeah.
Right. So like, let's look at Pioneer. Like now, like you got to be like a Bant,
Yeah, it's really weird.
Bant fish,
Well, like fish in Lorwyn was Azorius
Blue
anyway,
white.
though.
Yeah. But like you have blue green,
Yeah.
and I have blue white fish, and there's a blue green lord,
Yep. There's a
And-
blue green lord in this set, isn't there?
blue white.
Oh, it's blue white in this set.
So the two lords are Bant. They're spread across
Okay.
Bant. So it's just kind of like, oh, remember when it used to just be like islands and a Manamo or whatever?
Yeah.
No more.
Days are long gone.
All right. Next up, we have a Johnny Outland Chaperone.
Mm-hmm.
So one white for a legendary planeswalker, a Johnny that starts with 3 loyalty. +1, create a 1/1 green and white Kithkin creature token. -2, a Johnny deals 4 damage to target tap creature, and then -8. Look at the top X cards of your library, where X is your life total. You may put any number of non-land permanent cards with mana value 3 or less from among them onto the battlefield, then shuffle. So definitely the alt is win the game unless they have a wrath.
Yeah, it's gonna take you a while to get there though. It starts with 3
Yes.
loyalty and it's -8.
Yeah, you should have won the game from the 5 Kithkin that you made
Right.
on the way.
Yeah.
So I put this on here as kind of an exercise or a way to talk about power creep. I know
Absolutely.
this comes up every set release, um, or almost every one. But again, 5 to 10 years ago,
Mhm.
a 3 mana planeswalker that +1 made a body, or plus made a body minus killed a creature, like protected, like
Yeah.
both abilities like protect itself, and then an alt that wins the game
Yep.
would have been the best card in the set by far.
By far.
I don't know if this card's playable in 2025.
Yeah. Well, you're kind of
Right?
echoing, like, this card was one that came from Discord also, and
Mm-hmm.
the question that was kind of attached to it was, is this just a boomer card?
I think it might be.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see, um, like there are definitely board states or like playing against decks where this card ends up being good,
Mhm.
right? Where like you play the Kithkin and now they can't attack because they can't get to the Ajani. And if they do attack, you just get to kill
Yeah.
the thing that they attacked with. And so now, like, so I can see where that's good. But there's just going to be times where, like, you do this and the deal 4 damage doesn't do enough.
Yeah.
Or, like, they play, what is it? Sentinel of the Sunken City.
Mhm.
It's a 3/4 with vigilance.
Yeah.
That this can't, like, tag.
Right.
And like you're like I chump block and they're like okay I'm generating like all these maps as value.
Yeah.
I will eventually get enough stuff to like beat this Ajani.
Right.
Or like 3 mana and then they just kill it with some 2 mana black removal spell.
Yep.
Or
So, like, I think there's two things about this card. The first is, like, you realistically can't play this for the alt because it's going to take so long to get there
mm-hmm.
that it's complete. I mean, always, like, relying on the ultimate to make a planeswalker playable is not a great recipe for success, but especially here because it's going to take you so long to get there. But the flip side is, we're going to talk about Pioneer for a minute because this isn't, obviously not standard or whatever, but in what circumstance would you play this over Wandering Emperor?
None.
Right. I mean, the abilities do close to the same things. One of them makes a body and one of them kills a thing. But with Wandering Emperor, you get to do it at instant speed. You get to leave your mana.
It's one more
up.
mana, but who cares?
Right. You get to leave, and well, it also makes a better body and it exiles. But it, like, you get to leave your mana up in case you don't want to play the Wandering Emperor, and like like I said, you get to do it at instant speed. You get to surprise them with it. Whereas this, you're going to take your turn 3 off to make a 1/1 because you're probably not going to kill a 2-drop with 2 loyalty.
And like any aggressive white deck would just rather play Adeline.
Right.
Or whatever Paulo, whatever that card's actual name is, the 3/1.
Elite Spellbinder.
Elite Spellbinder, right? Yeah. Where like you get a little bit of disruption.
Yep.
And then like a body to beat down. But like, yeah, this is like an old mid-range card. But like white mid-range does not like super exist like this.
Right.
And it's not good enough to be like a control card. See, it just doesn't really seem like it has like a super good home.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And doesn't like imagine like your opponent is playing the Badger Mole Cub Simic deck. And they like vomit their hand on the battlefield and then they play like Ouroborroid.
Yep.
Right? You get to kill like a thing. You can't kill the Ouroborroid.
Right.
Because it's going to be too big when it gets to attack finally.
Yep.
And you're just like, I'm going to make a 1/1 and chump and hope for the best, or I'm going to like kill this like earthbent land
Yeah.
and then
Not even put him down.
die next turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it I think it is just a boomer card, and there was, I mean, when we started playing,
Mhm.
and for a while, like there wasn't a bad 3 mana planeswalker really. Like they all like saw play.
Well, they were all pretty fantastic. Like,
Yeah.
the one that springs to mind that I was actually going to make a comparison here is Liliana the Last Hope, because
Mm-hmm.
it's 3 mana and like kills a thing, gets a little bit of value, and then ultimate wins the game. And this is kind of similar. Makes a body, kills a thing.
I was thinking of one that probably reads worse if I can find it. Uh,
Hobo
hmm,
Jace?
Nissa Voice of Zendikar.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
+1, make an 0/1 plant.
Yep.
So a worse creature. Now -2, it's put a counter on each creature you control. So
Right.
like if you've built a board that's better, and then -7, gain 1,000,000 life, draw 1,000,000 cards, where X is the number of lanes you control. But like very similar.
Right.
Right, like a Johnny's Out is probably better just because it puts them onto the battlefield, and Nissa's -2 is better. But like Nissa Voice of Zendikar like dominated that standard season.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's still
Like
playing modern, too.
was amazing, and like this just, I don't think it's gonna
No.
have the legs. I mean, especially with like, oh goodness, what is it? Like, is it lessons, and like now we have these like super cheap
Yep.
cards. Like your 3 drops have to do so much more now
Yeah.
than they did not too long ago.
Yep.
Yeah,
don't-
but
I
I
don't
think that,
this gets there.
yeah, I think your Liliana comparison is also pretty good. But yeah, just doesn't quite get there anymore.
Yep. Next one we have is kind of a weird one. It's one that I threw up here. This is Curious
Okay.
Colossus. It's 5 white
Mm.
white for a 7/7 giant warrior. When this creature enters, each creature target opponent controls loses all abilities, becomes a coward in addition to its other types, and has base power and toughness 1/1. The only thing, like, this is expensive. It's a 7 mana 7/7. That's really not something white ever really wants to do. The reason I wanted to talk about it is because the effect doesn't end. Like, once this happens, they're that.
Yes, but any creatures that come in after aren't that.
Right.
So it's just like whatever's on the battlefield gets like downgraded.
Yep.
Everyone online, it's just like, oh, it's gonna be so bad. You're just gonna make one person really mad at you in Commander. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
fine,
Sure.
but yeah, it isn't. It is like a unique effect. It's not like you wrath the board,
Right.
but you just downgrade everything to a point where it doesn't really matter.
Mm-hmm.
Or I guess you play this with what was that black bird that like, oh no, it set everything's power to 1. Oh, what is the Karavek?
Yeah.
Where you just give all creatures like neg 1, neg 1.
Yeah.
There you go. Boom.
Kills everything.
Kills everything. Build your own wrath
Yeah.
for 11 mana. Yeah, it's goofy, and like we have a couple of these
Mm-hmm.
where I don't know if we have mirror form on the list.
We
We
do.
do, right?
Yep.
That's another card that like you read it and you're like, where does it say till end of turn?
It doesn't.
And it just doesn't. And it's
Yeah.
just like, oh, okay. I guess
does,
Arena will keep track.
Yeah. Does the coward matter? Or is
There
it just
is-
a throwback to, like, was it bold weir intimidator or whatever?
There are no warriors that say that they cannot be blocked by cowards.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's just a like a callback to
Okay.
that. Like a callback to humility plus just having cowards.
Okay.
Yeah, but there's nothing that calls out cowards anywhere else.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. It's kind of a weird line of text to add in for no reason.
Yes.
Um, I guess the comparison for this card would be, is it realm something giant realm?
The
From
wrath
Throne?
plus the 7/7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was not good. I don't think it splashed in one deck maybe.
Yeah.
But I wanted to talk about it because like the effect
It is.
doesn't end, so it's just kind of
Yeah,
weird.
it is weird.
That is all. Anything
All right.
else for this guy?
Nope.
Okay. This is another one that I put on the list. This is
Okay.
Kinsvale Aspirant. Single white mana for a 2/1 Kithkin citizen. As an additional cost to cast this spell, behold a Kithkin or pay 2. Whenever another creature you control enters, this creature gets +1/+1 till end of turn. This could be like a pretty powerful Savannah Lion. I know
Yes.
we
I
just
mean, it
talked
could be a
about
3/2
or more. So
or
whenever
more.
another creature, like I mean, you could play this on turn 1 and then 2/1 drops makes, or a 1 drop that brings a body or whatever, like it makes this a 4/3 on turn 2.
Yeah, and it's just another creature you control.
Right, yeah, it
Okay.
doesn't have to be a Kithkin. The Behold is a Kithkin, but the other
Mhm.
creature doesn't have to be one. We just spent a couple weeks talking about, well, I guess we spent part of an episode and then previous to that another episode talking about Boros in
Mhm.
Arena Cube, and how kind of the problem with Boros was there was too many Savannah Lions that like did
Yeah.
stuff. I kind of get a sense that there's going to be some sort of white aggressive deck here,
Probably.
and like this card could be very powerful in the right shell. I mean, it'll end a game in a hurry.
Hmm. I mean, and you have, I don't know if we have like Figure of Fable as like another Kithkin. Like the issue is because it has the Behold,
Yeah,
you have to kind of have a critical mass of Kithkin to make sure that you can like play it on turn 1.
mm-hmm.
But like Figure of Fable is like a 1/1 that becomes a 2/2
Yep.
for 1 mana. And is like probably of the right power level.
Mm-hmm. The thing about Behold is you don't have to control it. Like you could have a changeling
Have it in your
that
hand.
you're playing for a different purpose, and
Mhm.
it still do the thing.
Yeah.
So.
I just looked at all the. There's only uh one Kithkin that is not in the set in standard.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. And
Foundations.
it's from Foundations. It's Ballyrush or Banneret. It's 1 in the white for a 2/1. And Kithkin spells and soldier spells you cast cost 1 less to cast.
Oh, okay.
And it's a common, which is like wild text for a common.
Seriously.
That used to be a rare.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, this card into, if you're like green white, into like Thought Left Lieutenant,
Mm-hmm.
like makes this a 4/3 on turn 2 when it attacks.
Right.
Like, congratulations, you're at 16, and I've got 4 power on board, and presumably I'm playing something else
Mm-hmm.
that is going to pump these things a few times.
Yep.
So I could definitely see it. It's gonna be interesting with like each color has a 2/1 for 1, or each color / like each type.
Yeah.
So, you know, the standard is going to have a ton of Savannah Lions. I mean, there's the Merfolk.
Yeah.
That's a 2/1 that like lets you tap stuff. That's also just a white.
Mm-hmm.
Which doesn't help with the whole kindred thing. But if you have enough other
Right.
things, but there's a lot of Savannah Lions.
Yep. All right. This, I think you
All right.
wanted to talk about this one.
Mm-hmm. So this is Kinskar Sentry. It is 1 and a white for a 2/2 for a Kithkin soldier. It has first strike and lifelink. Whenever this creature attacks, you may put a creature with mana value X or less from your hand onto the battlefield tapped and attacking, where X is the number of attacking creatures you control.
Wow, that seems
This
pretty
is
solid.
it's Preeminent Captain, right? See what I did. Preeminent Captain is 2 and a white for a Kithkin soldier. This is an M15 card.
Mhm.
With first strike, and when it attacks, you can put a soldier creature from your hand on the battlefield tapped and attacking. So it did let you do some bigger things,
Mhm.
but like Preeminent Captain got played in like, you know, soldier decks and Legacy.
Mhm.
Like this card is like, if you uh are able to like 1 drop into this and then you attack and get to put in another 2 drop on turn 3,
Mhm.
right? Like you've put in so much power.
Yeah, I mean, it also kind of plays well with the last card that we talked about.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, for sure. Like you go again, you go our last card, the 2/1 into this, and then you attack with both,
Yep,
and you get to put in another 2 drop,
that
right?
pumps
You put
your
in like
Savannah Lion.
yeah, you put in like the thought left
Yeah.
guy, and then you're like, okay, here you go. So like I think this card could have a home in a white aggressive deck, and right, it's a little bit more limited than Preeminent Captain,
Mhm.
but you just have a bunch of soldiers and you get to like, just kind of run your opponent over. Like Thalia's a soldier.
Sure. Um, well, like this guy doesn't care about soldiers though.
Doesn't care about soldiers, yeah.
Yeah, and I think the other thing to think about here is this deck you would build differently than you would build like a legacy stompy deck because
Mm-hmm.
soldiers was only a soldiers deck because it was like it was a stompy
Yes.
deck, which you build a little bit differently than you would build this deck, and this is
True.
going to be like an aggressive deck. So you're probably like, what's your curve going to stop at 3?
Yeah,
Like
probably.
you're going to have 3 creatures attacking. So like it doesn't matter that it doesn't hit like bigger things because that's probably not
Yeah,
what you're going to be doing
you
anyway.
didn't really need it to.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine a situation where you have like in like Pioneer, you have this and like Adeline,
Oh yeah, super gross.
right? You go like 1/2 Adeline, you're attacking with 3 creatures, like when
Right.
all the triggers resolve,
Yeah.
and you get to put in another 3 drop that, whatever that is.
Yeah.
And oftentimes first strike is super hard for decks to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
They're like not set up to deal with it.
Yep.
So like that can just get you free damage sometimes.
Yep.
So there's a lot to like with this guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like
And does
cool
have a
card.
pedigree of a similar card that has seen play in the past.
Mm-hmm. Next up, we have Personify. 1 and a white for an instant. Exile target creature you control, then return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. Create a 1/1 colorless shapeshifter token with Changeling. So what's important about Personify here?
So if you read it not as a spell, but if it's as a 2 mana 1/1 that blinks a creature,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like that card's really good.
Yeah.
Right? That effect would be played pretty frequently.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just thinking of it more as like it's kind of like usually creature that blinks a thing when it enters is 3 or 4 mana,
Yep.
not 2. Now, granted, this is a little shakier because like you have to have a creature to be able to get the creature.
Mm-hmm.
But it is a way for you to like get a body, rebuy an ETB. I used it during my pre-release to fizzle a removal spell.
Mm-hmm.
Right, it was like one of the last. It was like the last card in my deck. It was like in and out, and I was like, yeah, I'll play it, and like saved my guy from a fight spell.
Yep.
But like it's right at the like 2 mana for the blink is fine. right? Like ideally be 1 mana like Cloud Shift or Ephemerate.
Yeah.
But the fact that it comes with a 1/1 kind of makes the extra mana kind of worthwhile.
Mm-hmm.
So you good. Sorry.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, one of the things to think about with this card too is like what it's gonna be played around, and this plays well with like the blight stuff. You can blight your creature and then
Mm-hmm.
blink it to reset like all the blight, whatever. Um, and it also makes like the creature that it makes isn't just a white soldier or a red goblin; it's a lemur.
It's everything.
It's
Yes.
everything. It's a goat.
Mm-hmm. To be
Um,
napped.
exactly. But like that matters for like any kind of, behold a Kithkin. Sure, if you blink your thing and make a changeling, then now you have a Kithkin you can behold.
Mm-hmm.
It just like the changeling I think is worth more than just a random 1/1.
Agreed. Agreed. And I was gonna say that you will often go through and like we'll say like, well, how much is this part of the card worth?
Yeah,
How much is this part of the card worth? Right? Blink a thing
is 1 mana.
is a white
Yep,
usually.
yep,
Get a 1/1 that is all creature types is Universal Automaton,
right.
which is one colorless mana.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So like this is
And this is better than that because it's instant speed.
yeah. But like you get kind of all of those
Yep.
it like it being 2 mana is like priced at what you would expect both of the two things that you get to be separately.
Yep.
The only thing is again you have to have a target. It can't just be like turn two. I play my 1/1.
Right.
But like it'll trigger all of the stuff that like your when this comes into a thing like
Mm-hmm.
for your shapeshifter again like
Okay, so
hey
here's one for you.
triggers your Risen Reef.
It does. Well, it triggers your Risen Reef twice.
It draw all the cards.
That's right. Yeah, it blinks your Risen Reef to save it from a kill spell, and because it's blinked, it does the Risen Reef thing, and then it makes an elemental to do the Risen
To
Reef
give
thing.
you to do the Risen Reef thing. Yeah, all good, all
Yep.
good things here.
Yep.
Um, yeah, I just thought this was like it's a card that has a lot of little moving parts
Mm-hmm.
that like can add up to it being a like reasonable card. There's not like a ton, and I guess this is a good point. It's the point that put this out. We have a cycle of 5 things that you would be okay scamming into play.
That is true. Well,
Um,
kind of asterisk.
Asterisk. We'll talk about it later. But
Yeah.
but like you'd be ahead of curb on the body
Yeah,
for a lot of them.
for sure.
So
Yep.
so that is a thing to keep in mind.
Yep.
All right. Next up, blue.
On to blue. First card we have here is Glen Alendra's Answer. This is 2 blue for an instant. This spell can't be countered. Counter all spells your opponents control and all abilities your opponents control. Create a 1/1 blue and black fairy creature token with flying for each spell and ability countered this way. What do we think about Glen Alendra's Answer here?
It is like too expensive to see 60 card play.
You say
Like,
that,
I
but
do.
what was the card from was it Eldritch Moon?
Summary dismissal.
Summary Dismissal.
I mean, that was in standard very specifically for Emrakul and Ulamog,
Sure.
where it like got to get both things. I guess this card reads to me like blowout target storm player,
Yeah.
right? Where they put they go to grape shot you,
Mm-hmm.
and you're like, no. I get 21 ones and I kill you next turn.
Yeah, or instead of Grape Shot, they empty the Warrens.
Yeah, like no.
Yeah.
You don't get goblins. I get fairies,
That's right.
and I'm gonna win in a couple turns.
Yeah.
Um, so like that's how I see it as like kind of like an anti-storm card
Well, I mean that's
or
kind of how it reads, but I think that it's too expensive to see play like that.
Mhm.
Like
and
four mana is too much mana to combat storm.
and I don't think that again if you just read it as would you play a 4 mana 1/1 flash flyer that countered a spell?
No.
No. I mean that was Frilled Mystic
Yeah.
was a 3/2 that countered a spell
Mm-hmm.
and like that deck was kind of fringy.
Yeah, I cast a lot of frilled mystics.
It okay, maybe not fringy. The deck was pretty good, but it was pretty good
No, it was
5 or 6
fringy.
years ago.
Yeah, yeah. No, it was
I
more
mean, it
than
was
5 or
really
6
annoying
years
to
ago.
play against when you just like. But they had Frilled Mystic plus another four.
Yeah,
That whatever that wolf was.
yeah. Night pack ambusher.
Yeah. So you like this like in standard as of right now. I don't know how you would get a ton of triggers or a
So
ton of
I guess
spells.
that's another question. Like how many fairies do you need to make in order to make this card good? 3, 4,
That was my first. That was three.
3. Yeah, I think I'm at 3. And like how many circumstances can you think of where you're going to tag 3 things?
I don't play a ton in standard, but like not a ton.
Yeah.
I mean, I can think of um like they boomerang basic something and then they discard to artist talent and you counter
Counter the
that and
trigger.
you get two
Yeah.
things
Yeah. Well, I
and
mean,
like
that
that's
is kind of a
fine.
blowout.
It is. But like you had to pass with 4 mana up. Like it
Right.
feels like you have to build a deck that can pass with 4 mana up,
Yeah. That's a tall
right?
ask.
So and like a control deck's not gonna want to do this
Right.
because like you would think that a control deck's gonna want to pass with consult the star charts
Mm-hmm.
or do this.
Right.
And but I don't know if there is a deck like that that's like reasonable and viable in standard right now.
Well,
But
I
this
mean,
feels like
I was just going to say
is it
realistically, a control deck doesn't care about the 2 fairies that you're going to get because it's
yeah,
like
exactly.
it's going to wait until it has the game wrapped up before you even know what its win con is. Like it doesn't care about the
Yeah.
fairies.
So like, is this just a like commander card because people are storming off, or like a bunch of triggers go on the stack? Like,
Yeah, like that's kind of what I was thinking. Like this is a pretty good counter to like rally, where
mm,
you like bring your
rally,
graveyard back and have 17 triggers on the stack.
or I was thinking like, you know, scape shift and then get a
Mm-hmm.
bunch of
Yep.
um, what is he called? The little like 3 mana dude that like
Scoot Swarm.
scoot swarm
Yeah.
or something like that, where you're like getting a bunch of landfall triggers or something.
Yep.
But like, I don't see where in like current standard. Now, granted, in 3 years from now, I don't know, we could have a whole bunch of like, Labubu triggers we have to counter, or whatever the like hot IP that someone at Wizards licensed, and then
You're
by the time they
forgetting
made the
what's coming
cards,
this fall.
K-pop Demon Hunters.
No, Star Trek.
Oh,
You got to have
okay.
something to combat Q's continuum.
There you go. Okay, there you go.
Yeah. So Glenn Alendra's answer is the answer to Q's
It,
continuum.
there we go. Did it?
Yep.
But yeah, I don't know. It just feels like it's a card without a home.
Yeah.
Like if you had an Emrakul or like stuff with a cast trigger that
Mm-hmm.
was like backbreaking, then like this is probably a sideboard card,
Mm-hmm.
but not. We don't have anything like that I can think of.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head. So maybe it's here for a reason. Although it's a mythic, so probably not. I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
not sure what it's doing
weird.
in standard.
Now, speaking of mythics,
Speaking of mythics,
Lockmare, 1 and a blue for a horse serpent. It's a 4/5 that enters with 3 neg 1 counters. Pay 1 in the blue, remove a counter from this creature, draw a card. Pay 2 in a blue, remove 2 counters from this creature, tap target creature, put a stun counter on it. So this is some part of like Reckoner Bankbuster.
mm-hmm.
A 2-mana thing that like you pay 2 mana and draw
comparison.
a card.
Yep.
Now, granted, it's more fragile because they can just fatal push it or whatever the removal spell of choice is.
Yeah.
And there's also, remember that blue thing? Well, I guess it was colorless, but it had a bunch of blue activated abilities. It was like a 3/2 that had defender, and they eventually got to the point where it like couldn't be blocked and could attack.
Vaguely,
From
yeah.
Brother, like
Yeah.
it didn't see any play.
Yeah.
But this is also kind of that.
Mm-hmm.
But like my first thought is it's some sort of like Maze Mind's Tome / Bankbuster.
Yeah, I mean that's a good way to
can
think
like
of it.
block.
Yeah.
And if you're a control deck or someone that would want a Bankbuster, you could play this if it doesn't get killed, which is like the big drawback is what if it dies. But if it doesn't get killed, then like the next turn you're like go. Or you like attack with it, and then you're like go, and then you're like, okay, you didn't do anything I want to counter, pay 2, draw a card.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's just how I saw it, as like a slightly more fragile Bankbuster.
Sure. No, it seems good. I hadn't thought of it that way. I was stuck on like the side of this card that just wants to beat down because it's a 2-mana 4/5, and how to make that happen. But no, you're 100% right. This is kind of just a value engine.
Yeah, and I mean, if I told you that you got I guess it would be a 2/3
mm-hmm.
on the on 2+2.
Yeah,
like that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's gonna trade with some stuff, or it's gonna eat something. Or you also have the on turn 3 you just say go.
Right.
If they can't attack into it, because then you just pay 3 mana, make it a 3/4, and eat whatever they attacked with.
Well, I mean, you do have to put a stun counter on something, though. There has to be something for you to target with it.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like you're on the play. Let's say you play this, then your opponent plays their 2-drop. Then you have 3 mana, and you say go.
Yep.
Right? They can't attack you with their 2-drop because you can just pay 3 mana.
Right.
And makes this thing definitely bigger than their 2-drop.
Yeah, and I mean after that, like you get the turn back and you draw a card and then you have a 4/5.
Yeah, and you have, or you just you draw a card and you make it bigger than their 2-drop.
Yeah.
Now, granted, there are a lot of 3/2s for 2 floating around in the world.
Yeah.
But still, you're right at that inflection point of this might just draw me a card and trade.
Yep.
Or it will just make it so they can't attack. But the issue compared to Bankbuster is it does turn on the removal.
It does.
Where if you're a control deck and you played Bankbuster, their Fatal Push or whatever just doesn't get to do anything.
Yeah.
This, they're like, oh cool, I have a target for this now. So that's the trade-off.
Yep.
But in the late game, right? Imagine you have it's 8-10 mana. You just play this and you're draw.
Draw 3 cards, yeah.
Yeah, just draw 3 cards and okay, you killed it, fine, I don't care. I can't lose this game now.
Yep.
I just played Opportunity.
Basically.
It was also a 4/5.
It was also a 4/5.
So.
All right. Next one we have is another mythic. This one's Mirror Form. 4 blue for an instant. Each non-land permanent you control becomes a copy of target non-aura permanent. Not very many words, but there's kind of a lot to unpack here. So,
a ton.
Kind of like we said with the Curious Colossus, This effect doesn't end. Like
Mhm.
once you cast this spell, all non-lands you control are copy of a thing.
Thing.
Um, Also, it's each non-land permanent, so this counts like all of your rectangles.
Tokens.
Yep,
Yes.
your bloods, your foods, your
Food, treasures, yeah.
treasures. It's weird that it's a non-aura permanent though. Like, why did they include non-aura permanent?
Because if the aura is attached to something and then it becomes something else, like I don't know if there's like it would just fall off and like go to the graveyard. There's just weird rules problems.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
I
and
think it's a couple reasons. Like you couldn't, if you targeted a permanent you control that was an aura, like on a permanent you
could,
control, it would just fall off.
yeah, and like I guess if you're targeting an aura, they wouldn't be attached to anything.
Right. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
Everything
yeah.
would just fall off because.
I explained my thought was backwards. Was like why don't you want like to turn your stuff whatever. Yeah, but
So
yeah, there's just nothing to attach to them. Yeah,
yeah,
fair.
there's. Sorry, I knew the answer to that before I asked. I
Yeah,
was just
I
trying
understand.
to. um, there's also one more thing to unpack with this card, and while you have to control the things that they turn into from, you don't have to control the thing that they turn into.
Yes, you can pick anything on the board
Yep.
and make your stuff that thing.
Right.
Um, so you could also target a land and turn all of your non-lands into lands.
Oh, yeah, I completely missed that part. You are correct.
I don't know why you'd want to do that. That is an option. And
Um,
I assume that they would like they lose all of their other types, so it wouldn't be
so
like you turn.
is this another way to make a 2020?
You'd make 20. You'd make a bunch of them.
Well,
Yeah, you could just make a like turn it into a dark depths.
yeah.
Maybe. I'm never gonna look a way to turn a 2020 down. I feel like I might Mirage Mirror before I got to Mirror Form, but hey.
Yeah.
Um, Also, this a lot of effects that are similar to this or clones recently have said like non-legendary copy.
Yep.
If you copy a legend, you just wrath your board.
Yeah.
Because all of your creatures are the same legend, and then there can only be one.
Unless that legend wants to die.
A bunch,
Yeah.
yeah. Or I guess if you have what is it? Oh wait, no, this was a Saffron. Well, you have to have like was it mirror room or mirror whatever. But then the mirror whatever becomes.
Oh yeah.
So then you still all of your stuff dies.
Yep.
Yeah, but I guess if you have a legend that's like when I die a thing happens, or
Yeah.
it's like when another creature dies, deal one,
Mm-hmm.
and then you just like turn all of your rectangles into a million
So
a million things, and then you get all the triggers.
Yep. So we've talked about all the weird things about like the text on this card. Is there anything
Yes.
useful this card can do?
This again feels like not in 60 card formats. It doesn't feel like there is a way for you to get to 6 mana and then good things to happen when you tap 6 mana and then target one of your permanents.
Right.
Because it targets a permanent. So if they kill your permanent, you just spent 6 mana and did nothing.
Well, it doesn't have to be your permanent though.
Oh, fair. Fair. Okay.
Could be your opponent's
Uh,
permanent.
I guess then you just get the 2-for-1 them for 6 mana, but there's like a million because like
Yeah.
I don't know if you were targeting my 6/6 demon token from that room's enchantment, I'd be
Yeah.
like I guess I have to kill this.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's anything like good this can do because it doesn't give you ETB triggers because
Right,
they're not entering
everything's
the
already in
battlefield.
play.
So yeah, I don't know.
I also don't
Do you
know.
have any good ideas for this?
I have this. I was not setting you up here. I don't have
Okay.
a single thought of a good thing this card can do. I just thought it was really weird. And I like
It
weird
is.
cards.
It was in the so during the like Lorwyn like release video or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were talking about this card and whatever his name is, uh, Blake was like, Chet's pointing out it doesn't say till end of turn. And the guy's like, yeah, it's like it like almost feels like it should have said till end of turn. And they were just like, yeah, we're just rolling with the fact that it doesn't say end of
Yeah,
till end of
Lena will
turn.
take
Like,
care of that.
yeah, but it does just feel really weird that they're just like, oh, it's like this forever now.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's an instant. Like I'm sure, like in Commander, you can just like kill your opponent like any number of ways by turning a bunch of like random rectangles into
Yeah. Something else.
whatever dragon. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
but
know.
yeah, it's weird.
I'm sure that there is something that you can do that's really cool, but I cannot think of a single thing.
Yeah. Um.
We got
So we're
one more blue card here.
oh,
and
okay.
I definitely don't think we're gonna get through black. You want to call it after
No.
blue here?
Probably.
All right. Well, let's finish this one blue card then. This is Swat Away. 2 blue for an instant. This spell costs 2 less to cast if a creature is attacking you. The owner of target spell or creature puts it on their choice of the top or bottom of their library. I added this one to the list because there was a very similar card that saw a ton of play when it was legal in Standard. The Aether Gust?
Oh, I was thinking of the Learn Lesson card that was like 2 and a blue with like Learn.
Mm-hmm.
They got banned.
Oh, yeah. Shoot, what was that card?
It was 3 divide by 0.
Divide by 0, yep.
Uh,
I forgot all about
now
that
granted,
card.
it like drew a card.
Yeah. But, like, for the most part, I think, like, this card costing 2 blue is kind of a mistake. Or, it's a trick. Because this card doesn't cost 2 blue. This card costs blue. And then if you want to target a spell with it, it costs 2 blue. So it's extra utility on top of what this card actually does. Not like
it's
the other way around.
It's a Zorius charm. Was like white blue,
Yeah.
put an attacking creature on top.
Yep.
So it's blue, Azorius charm. So one color Azorius charm to like just put a creature on top.
Yep.
And then and it's not counter, so like you just get to like put their Supreme Will.
Right.
Or Supreme Verdict on top.
Or their Glen Elendra's answer or whatever it was.
Yeah, you just put it on top. Like you're not countering it.
Right.
And like Lord help them if they like, want to cast something in combat.
Yeah.
Right? You're like block, like okay, removal spell or pump spell, and you're just like no. Put it on
that's
top.
actually another great use for this is against mono red, right? Because it doesn't kill the thing.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know that mono red's a deck anymore, but
yeah, I mean, or they like go in with a monstrous rage in like Pioneer.
Yeah.
They're like thing, and you just like 2 mana, put it on top.
Yep. It doesn't kill it, so you don't take the damage.
Mm-hmm. For what's it called? Screaming Nemesis.
Yep.
Kind of deal, yeah. I think like Divide by 0 saw a ton of play. Now, granted, it drew you a card.
Yep.
But like in combat, this is like probably better. And so Divide by 0 drew a card. It was like, return target spell to its owner's hand, and then you drew a card. This draws you a card in a different way because it bricks their next draw step.
Yeah,
so, like,
I mean, you
still
have
get
to be
a card out
a
of
little
it.
careful though, because like 20-25 magic, like everything gives you value on the front end. So, like their creatures, they're still probably going to get, depending on what you target, they're going to get some kind of value out of it.
But if it's like a spell on the stack,
oh yeah,
then you're just like okay, draw it again.
Yep.
And I'm putting you back a draw step.
Yep.
So like it kind of gets you a card, but you're all right if you're like bouncing, some ETB trigger creature, then you're just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Can we not? But yeah.
I think it's a sweet
card. So it is. Like the fact that I didn't realize that it got spells as well. Like I just thought it was like bounce a creature. Yeah. So the fact that it gets spells as well, it gives it so much utility. And again, like if you're a Merfolk deck, even against like a control deck, you can go like 1, 2, 3, and then you just have this up to protect your creatures against the wrath.
Right.
Right. And if you've gone like 1 mana 2/1 into 2 mana Lord into a reasonably sized 3-drop, like you've got enough power that maybe one more turn is all you need.
Yep.
So, yeah. So there we go. Maybe I'll send you a list of like fun elementals for like elementals decks that probably aren't good enough.
All right, we can talk elementals.
So, but with that, I think we have a show.
We have a show.
So if you have more cards you want us to talk about, white or blue or black or red or green or whatever, reach out to us. Any color. Colorless. Facebook, Discord, Twitter, X, email, Blue Sky, all that stuff. Come in, say hey, let us know, and we will try to talk about it.
Absolutely. Hit us up. We love hearing from you. If you want to support the show, you can do so via our Patreon, patreon.com/CasualTryHardMTG. Head on over there, chip a couple bucks in, get access to my show notes, so you get this wonderful list of cards we're going to be talking about. Also get access to our unshow, roughly another hour of content out of us every week if you can't get enough of us. And you get to support the show at the same time. We would really appreciate it.
Yeah. So with that, we'll catch you on the internets.
We'll catch you on the internets.